comics, but Peter conspicuously absent.
Yeah.
So maybe he's the gentle flower out of all of you.
He has a weak
Somebody
stomach.
check in on Traeger. Who knows?
He's a weak stomach.
Scary times.
Yes, it is. Very
I just
scary.
it for him. Well, he couldn't come back a second day with me.
No. Glad you were back for a second day, Jane. Lots to get to in the news, as there's been a steady drip of it coming out on the various physical issues quarterback Jameis Winston dealt with last season. A broken thumb, as we mentioned, a torn meniscus, and poor eyesight, which resulted in LASIK eye surgery. Now, the timing of these revelations coinciding with his pending free agency. Peter King of NBC Sports believes the Bucs are likely to move on from Winston, and he will not be a starting QB on opening day in 2020 unless he is in Tampa. Now, another starting quarterback whose future is up in the air is Andy Dalton. The Athletic reporting the Bears have been in touch with the Bengals about acquiring Dalton. The Bears are said to be looking for Mitchell Trubisky to get pushed by another quarterback. New offensive coordinator Bill Lazor, by the way, does have some familiarity with Dalton dating back to his days when he was the QB's coach and OC from 2016 to 2018. In non-QB news, Broncos running back Philip Lindsay proving to be a steal for the team as an undrafted free agent. One would think he would be in line for a new contract, right? But general manager John Elway had said Lindsay would have to wait until after free agency before they would even consider renegotiations. There's apparently a reason for the hesitancy, as 9 News in Denver reports the team has interest in some of the top free agent running backs, including Derrick Henry, Kenyon Drake, and Melvin Gordon. Seahawks running back Marshawn Lynch will be giving a speech at graduation time. Let that sink in for a second. Okay, now that it has, the place where he would be giving his address is Princeton. It would actually be for Princeton's class day, which takes place the day before the commencement ceremony. The senior class is in charge of organizing it. And if it was anything like his final press conference when he talked about taking care of your chickens and taking care of your mentals, it should be epic. I'm here for it. But we happen to have a Princeton grad there in studio. KB, what do you think of Beast Mode being there talking at your alma mater?
I think it's absolutely incredible. If someone had come in 2001 and told me to take care of my chicken, I might not be sitting here right now. I absolutely loved it. Thank you, Marshawn. Go crush it. I remember at my graduation, Bill Russell got an honorary degree. Spike Lee got one. Bill Walton. It was incredible, but we did not have Marshawn speak to us. I remember mine a little differently, but I would be there. I may actually go. I may attend that.
But you're never going to believe who mine was, Will. I had Cookie Monster at Texas.
Cookie Monster spoke to you?
Wow.
Really?
What?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up a huge Sesame Street fan.
That's incredible.
Cookie Monster was.
Who was that yours? Snuffleupagus? Thank you, Will.
I want Marshawn to just look at him and say, I'm just here so you don't get fired.
Ah, that's good. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go to that, for real.
See, that was a nice believe it or not segment. So the Bengals are expected to franchise tag A.J. Green, and according to Peter King, that's exactly what Joe Burrow asked for. This past week, Burrow apparently made it clear to Cincinnati brass he wants them to keep their top receiver. Believe it or not, Joe Burrow should be telling the Bengals who to keep on their roster before he's even been picked, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you liking it?
If they're going to hand over the keys to this young fella, of course. Listen, he's not your typical rookie. This dude isn't 2021. I mean, he's like Chris Winkie type age. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's older than the Wink Dog.
The Wink Dog was like 30 when he got in the league. But, you know, he's 24 years old, and he's been through the ups and downs of the collegiate career. He kind of understands what's going on. And this is indeed your future. You want him to be as comfortable as possible. And And what else is he going to say if you ask him, should they keep A.J. Brown? Of course he wants one of the best receivers to play within his era. And here's the thing. When he has the power.
A.J. Green, of course.
Yeah, A.J. Green. And when he has the power, and he wills the power, you can make any decision. It's just like my household, man. My wife makes all decisions because she holds all the power. You know what I'm saying, KB?
Yeah.
Shout out to Toya.
Toya Bros and Nate, tell us something that's actually going to surprise us. It's kind of like, LeBron in the same state used to be like, listen, I want Bobby Gibson.
Right.
I want Mike Miller. Right. I want Zadrunas Ilgauskas. Give me Wally Zerbiak. He used to basically he was basically the GM. So I don't mind Joe Burrow saying it. Joe Burrow has always been very honest. He made the joke about hand size. And if someone says, Joe, do you want A.J. Green to be? Of course I do. What am I, stupid? Yes. The question is, should they listen? Because there's also if you give a mouse a cookie factor. This guy's not even on the team yet, and he's already kind of commenting on personnel. So next he wants to change the helmets, and then he wants to do this. If you want to keep A.J. Green, do it because you want to keep A.J. damn Green, not because some guy from LSU says you should.
And I think they also have to be cognizant. There was another guy who wanted to go to his team, Cleveland, who got a lot of autonomy and got a lot of say in personnel decisions, and that hasn't exactly worked out for them. That's not a knock.
Okay.
That's not a knock on Mayfield. I'm just saying, do you want to give the keys to the kingdom to a kid that young? Now, I don't think the way that he said it was that offensive this early on, but I just think you got to be careful.
Yeah, I just think he's wise behind his years. Beyond his years. Yeah, he's smoking a cigar after winning the biggest game of his life. That's an OG right there.
Yeah. Listen, I don't do casting for this network, but if somebody asked me if I want to keep Nate, I'm saying, yeah, we're going to keep Nate.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
What's he cost? What else we got?
All right, Danielle Jeremiah's post-combine mock draft was released yesterday. He has 4 quarterbacks going in the first round, including the Patriots selecting Justin Herbert at number 23. Now, believe it or not, no matter what happens with Tom Brady, should the Patriots be drafting a QB in the first round?
You know what's funny? My class day speaker at Princeton, currently in prison.
Really?
Yes. We'll move on from that, though. It just occurred to me. If Tom Brady stays, absolutely not. I always hate drafting a quarterback when you already have a quarterback. I hate the Patriots drafting somebody who's never going to play it down, who's going to stand there that could be a tackle or a tight end. It could be the difference between a Super Bowl. Now, if Brady, is gone and becomes a Tennessee Titan, I still don't like drafting it. I like going with a free agent. I like somebody who's been there, who they can work with. Because, guys, let's not forget this Patriots team is awesome. They have the Defensive Player of the Year. They have good playmakers. They got this. They could win this year with somebody like Dalton or Nate's guy Bridgewater. I don't want to start anew with a rookie. I always go with the free agent or Brady.
I'm going to go ahead and draft a wide receiver. Don't draft a QB. If we keep talking about how deep this wide receiver class is, then why not, in the end of that first round, find somebody that can help Tom Brady? I get it. You have Julian Edelman. You brought in Mohamed Sanu. N'Keal Harry was a little banged up, but he found his rhythm late. Find a guy that fits. If you have Dorsett still there and he's your speed guy, and I'm not currently sure what's going on with his contract situation, and you have Sanu, which is a chain mover, N'Keal, which is the young athletic type, Edelman, which is your every down receiver, then have somebody that fits within that dynamic. And there's so many guys. You have true speedsters in this draft. You have tall guys like T. Higgins. You have big, wide range catch radius
salad
receivers.
bar.
You have everything that you want. So you literally can pick and pluck it into your wide receiver group, so Tom Brady has no excuses and he isn't upset like everybody keeps saying he was last year.
I also think it's so hard for a quarterback as a rookie to come in and be an impact player. I mean, name the last rookie quarterback that won a Super Bowl. So I think, if granted you're going to have contingency plans with Tom Brady being 43. I know Tommy Time thinks he can play forever, and he's certainly shown us that.
Yeah.
You've got to start thinking about the next generation, but I do think that if they're looking in the next couple of years going out and getting a quarterback, they've got some other needs to fill. And to your point, maybe they don't have to go out there and make such risky moves in free agency with the wide receiver core if they start developing a wide receiver at the position.
True.
What an exciting time to be alive. We love the time right now.